When I was a little girl, I lived with my grandfather, and he was super into gardening. And he grew everything from tomatoes to anything that he could plant in the ground. And so I feel like in a roundabout way, my passion for food came from him. It extended into baking later on in life, but I feel like the initial exposure was all because of him. I'm Kelsey Jeans, and I am the pastry chef. I guess the defining moment, if I had to pick one, was the fact that it's just something I've always wanted to do. I've never really wanted to be anything else. I always think I'm really lucky because I know a lot of people spend a lot of their time trying to figure out what they want to do with their life, and I think I've just always known. So.
My name is Alan Paul. I'm the executive chef here. I studied at the Culinary Institute of Canada here in Charlottetown. I worked in everything from bar and grills to Mexican-style restaurants to fine dining French cuisine establishments. A little bit of everything, really. The biggest influence for me would probably be my father. The biggest thing that I can remember is there was like 4 people in our household, but he was the type of person that would cook for like 50 people. So we would have our share, then he's the kind of guy that would just give it away to the rest of the community, his friends, all that kind of stuff. Started very, very early for me.
David Jenkins, I'm the residential dining chef. I've been cooking for about 18 years now. I was cooked in the Athletes Village in the Vancouver 2010 Olympics. I've been a banquet chef for the D&D for 4 years. And worked on 4 cooking shows, helped out with 4 cooking books, and done a lot of charity work through volunteering my time as a chef. Just something I enjoyed doing from young age. My grandfather was a cook, my aunt's a cook. Found it fun just to watch them hang out in the kitchens. I started cooking when I was 15 with a local catering company and just kept going. Being the residential dining chef, on top of that, I also do take care of all the catering for the whole campus. My day-to-day could be anywhere from sandwiches to buttered chicken meal to fruit trays, veg trays, cheese trays sent all over the campus. It could be as simple as doing one for 5 people or 100 people. Days are somewhat the same, but constantly changing with different numbers and different items ordered.
I'm Holly Innes, and I'm a chef de partie for Chartwells. I trained at the Culinary Institute of Canada in UPEI for 2 years. Ever since I was younger, my mom is always cooking and always very creative and stuff, so she's kind of why I do it.
We just try to mix it up every once in a while, and I give a lot of creative freedom to my cooks to kind of put their own spin on things.
I enjoy the science of why things work together and why it's 50% baking soda and 50% baking powder for some muffins, and I like understanding the different flavors from different parts of the country.
I think the thing I like most about my particular job is the creative aspect of it, because even in my general hobbies in life, I tend to steer towards things that are more creative, so it's really nice to be able to bring those things into my daily life as a chef.
When you cook, it's another level of creativity that just you get to express yourself, honestly. And I feel like it's different too. Just like I said, when people really see what you made and really appreciate it, it's just nice because you made that from your own 2 hands, and they just appreciate it, and I love it.
I find that chefs tend to be fairly male dominant, and so as a woman in a kitchen, I find sometimes it can be difficult to feel like you have to keep up with the boys. I have never experienced that here particularly. We have a amazing female staff here.
It's a huge thing because it's mostly all guys in the kitchen all the time. So this is actually the first place that I worked where there's actually a good ratio of women to men, because most times it's just you, and you're just kind of you got to keep your guard up a little bit more.
Once you've done long shifts and sweated it out on a line or something like that next to certain people, you just kind of develop a bond, and there's a loyalty that kind of grows with that, and that loyalty seems to last forever almost, and almost become a family with a lot of these people. I've got people here that have worked with me a number of places, and once you find good people like that, they tend to follow you, and that's it's always a good thing.
I like when you cook something and you hear what good things they have to say about you, and it makes you feel good, because that makes just makes you feel happy. The amount of effort and passion that goes into the food we cook, it's just nice when people give compliments about it, because they recognize how much effort it took.